been so many issues with Twitch. Alright, hello everyone, and welcome to this week's episode, maybe, of the Sports Esports podcast. I'm your host, William, and with me I have Brock.
Okay.
This is the LMS edition, sorta, because there's a lot of issues with Twitch right now. We cannot seem to stay online. So I'll be keeping a close eye on it. Hopefully it works and we can get through this very quickly. Because these games are 3 weeks old. It's finally Chinese New Year is over, Lunar New Year is over, and we're going to the LMS, who was crazy 3 weeks ago. Because now every team is either 2-1 or 1-2. So there is a 1 game difference separating 8th and 1st place. So I'm gonna go over these games quickly, and hopefully the stream stays on. All right, first game of the week was Dragon Gate versus Flash Wolves. Game one, Dragon Gate just looked simply outmatched. Flash Wolf was just winning in every single lane. Hanabi and Betty looked amazing. It was just an awesome game all around by Flash Wolves. And then the second game, Dragon Gate did look much better, but it could have resulted in maybe some wait, no. Wait, no. Yeah. That I was like, that's not even my right notes because I read game one instead of week one. I read week one instead of game one, but
Well,
they
yeah.
did work much better. Did the stream go out? No. Got it. Good. Good. I'm like watching the stream as I'm doing the notes, super quick. They stole Baron, or Flash Wolf stole Baron, but they lost 3 members at 26 minutes. But it didn't end the teams. They were constantly trading back and forth for 15 minutes, and then just Betty popping off on Ezreal. He went 12-1 and 11 this game, and Ezreal just looks disgusting. And we see it in all these other games right now that he looks disgusting. Game number two was HKA, Hong Kong Attitude, versus Mad Team. It was a big upset. HKA had a very decent lead for the first 25 minutes, and then some teamwork and amazing Galio play by Uniboy and Breeze, being Breeze and dominating all the lanes of Kaisa, eventually proved too much for HKA, and they lost a few to many team fights in a row. Mad just took over the game completely after the first 25 minutes of the game, and I was like, oh, this GG easy. Mad's probably the best team in LMS. Not so fast, because then the next 2 games, HQA just came out and destroyed Mad completely, and they upset Mad this week, and actually catapulted themselves. They had a win this week, and they won both their games. It was a very, very, very impressive week for HKA. AHQ versus G-Rex. Simply, G-Rex I was very unexpecting AHQ to do much because they looked like the worst team in the LMS, and frankly, the worst team out of all of the regions that we watched, like by far. I would have ranked them number 54, right down there with LGD, and they came out and they took the first game from G-Rex, and I'm thinking like G-Rex, maybe they are a problem right now, and they won by shutting down PK, and I was excited to see PK and Darius, but didn't work out at all. And Alex on Zach was amazing. It was absolutely stunning what he was able to do, and I would definitely give him the MVP. Game two though, G-Rex was able to come back, and they actually won this game because that Raze on G-Rex, the jungler, he secured the first 9 jungle objectives of this game. He took 5 barons, 5 dragons, 2 barons, 1 rift, and an elder dragon before HQ had anything. And then the difference between game 3 and game 2, since we went to game 3, was that PK was on his most comfortable champion, Urgot. So HQ actually did give him Urgot again, but I'm so on. I even wrote here how much you've known over the last few weeks, if you watch our other ones, that we all hate Victor ADC, right, Brock?
Yes, absolutely.
Hate it.
Insane.
So G-Rex picked Victor ADC, and guess what? They got upset. Huge upset by HQ, and I think it's directly because of that Victor. It was going against Kaisa. Kaisa got way more fed, and just ugh. And not only that, Kaisa got a pentakill, and there was a Baron steal by Alex on Sejuani. Everything just fell right into place, and G-Rex was on the bottom of the standings. And they still are, technically. Quickly, J-Team versus Alpha Esports. Alpha actually started the game very strong, the first game. At 23 minutes back and forth, they won a huge team fight, and they got Baron, but Sion actually stole it with a sneaky spellbook. That was one of the first times I saw the spellbook swap, where like that's starting to become meta. It feels so weird because we're talking about these games are 3 weeks ago. Like all this stuff is meta now with all these laners taking spellbook and like smiting things from junglers. Like this happened in LMS 3 weeks ago. I just can't even like remember it because we've watched
Yep.
so many games since then. Well, not that much because but it's still been 3 weeks. Other things have happened in life.
There
but
was one thing about in this series though that I actually did like that you don't see in the
hmm.
other regions was the Kled pick into Urgot.
Oh yeah, I really like Clend Urgot. I think it's
Yeah,
a
I like
very
that a
strong
lot.
counter because he's so fat. You can just go hook him in, and then you get in and just stab him a million times like Cled.
Yeah, he does crazy damage. Like, can we stop picking mages into Urgot, please?
Yeah, Rise I don't think is a strong pick in the Urgot. I don't think Rise is
No.
strong at all in the meta at the moment. Victor is just terrible right now, I think, as well. I'm even saying I'm liking the change to put Fofo on Aatrox instead of Scion. Wouldn't like that anymore because it's a new patch from how old this is.
Yep.
And I didn't like Fofo on Scion anyway, just because Fofo has been outplaying everyone. And why put him on something that you can't show his skill? And that was not fair.
Yeah.
But JT was able to actually crush this game, and they won. And then they ended up losing though, because they did end up picking Vayne mid with Fofo against Galio, but sadly it just wasn't enough because. Oh, sorry, no, they gave the Vayne to rest. See, it's been 3 weeks. It's been 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Sorry, they gave. I was loving it because I thought they were gonna give the Vayne to Fofo into Galio, but then they're like, yeah, we'll just give it to Rest instead up top. Didn't work out, and this was another huge upset in the LMS. So many huge upsets this week, or 3 weeks ago, and it completely. Power rankings are like almost pointless at this point. It's insane how equal everything can go. like J Team and Mad Team can be in last place by this week easily.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's so weird. It's very fun to watch. It's very unpredictable, and I find that enjoyable to watch. Unlike, which I mean, I do enjoy watching G2, but at the same time, it's like G2 is gonna win. I like watching Liquid, but at the same time, you're like, okay, Liquid's gonna win. Like it's not. There's no like thrill in it. You're just expecting results.
Yeah.
Where
If you want to know how crazy it is, look at our predictions from week 1 and 2.
yeah, yeah. Week one, flawless. Week two, Brock won by 50%.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, exactly. And I was even thinking because I was all excited because on series number 6, I know Hong Kong won their first game, but I'm like, oh man, Alpha Esports, they had the big upset, and then it's like, oh no, against J Team, who I personally thought was the best team in the league, and I'm like, all right, they upset J Team, they're for sure gonna be able to beat Hong Kong. Nope. But G-Rex did beat Dragon Gate. Dragon Gate sadly lost both their games this week after going 1-0, but they didn't look bad in either of them. It was every series Brock was mentioning went like 3 games. Like not only is the standings tied like at a 2-1 and 1-2, that was like how all the games or the series went as well. I think LMS, since with Maple and Sword Art leaving, is so wide open. Like so wide open this year. It could be we could see Dragon Gate at MSI for all I know, or AHQ, like easily. It's until we get some more clarity. It's also been 3 weeks, so it's kind of hard to remember how everyone was playing exactly. But until we get some clarity this week, and maybe probably not even this week, probably not until like week 5 we'll get clarity. But once we get that, then we might be able to see which teams are really on top. And then Hong Kong, we'll just say Hong Kong upset Alpha Esports as well. And I think we are still, yep, we are still good at the moment. But let's move on to our players of the week from 3 weeks ago. Top laner of the week was 3Z, or Easy. I don't know which one it is, but I call him 3Z. KDA of 4.5. His damage percentage was 20.8. DPM of 344. Best was 2.2, 1, and 5 on Scion. Jungle of the week was Gemini on HKA. KDA of 10. GPM of 371. Average GPM of 262. Zinzao, he had a great Zinzao game at 5, 1, and 7. Mid laner of the week was Mad's Mission. Mission had a 5.4 KDA, and his best game was 4, 1, and 4 on Lissandra. Best player of the week all together was Flashwell's Betty on ADC. KDA of 32, pretty nice. Damage percentage of 36.4. DPM of 959. In that Ezreal game that we were talking about at the beginning against Dragon Gate, oh my god. 12, 1, and 11 on Ezreal is one of the best performances on Ezreal this year. Down there with like Sneaky. Or up
Yeah.
there, I should say. And the support was AHQ's Kino. He had a vision score of 2.76 and he had 10 assists per game on average. And his best game was 0-3-9 on Morgana. He made a lot of clutch bindings in that game to let Hong Kong overcome Alpha Esports. We don't have to play a week, so let's move straight to the power rankings. Trying to go really fast with this one because of technical issues. So sorry if I'm speaking fast. But we have number one, we both have Flash Wolves, and we have number two at Hong Kong. It's only fair that Hong Kong moved all the way up to number two because they went 2-0 this week. No one else did that except for nope, Flash Wolves went 1-0. But yeah, I mean, anything you want to say about that, Brock?
Not really. There's really not much to say.
It's
Like,
just it's so weird.
yeah, the only thing to say about power rankings is well, it's like I don't know.
Yeah, as you can see, we're very close in our power rankings. The only difference is Brock has AHQ still last. I have them at number 6, and he has G-Rex at number 6, and I have Dragon Gate last because they went 0-2 this week, and I think that's only fair because it's such a crazy week. Like it was literally. It's so hard to explain this without like you can do detailed analysis, which I wish we could do, but this was again from 3 weeks ago, so it's kind of foggy, and it's also just crazy. If it would be a lot easier if they went like 4-0.
Yeah, the easiest way to explain our power rankings is Dragon Gate and AHQ, which are the teams we have in 8th place, would literally be first place.
Yep.
And that's the only thing we can say about that's the only time you can say that about any of the other regions.
Yeah, we're not out here saying Jin Air is going to be the number one Korean team.
That's literally not the case for any region at all.
And it's kind of close outside of Team Liquid, but
because Golden Guardians managed to get 2 wins.
Yeah. NA is the most similar you can get, but they still have Team Liquid. Like that's like way above, and C9 even ahead of everyone. This is where it's no one is ahead of anyone.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Yeah,
we're also 2 weeks into this.
Yeah, it's only 2 weeks. We still got like 3. We had like a 3-week break. I believe the games were January 24th, 25th, and 26th. Yeah, those were the last time they played. So that was 18 days ago was the last time they played. So it's been a long time, especially in a league season that's only a few weeks long. Like 18 days is a long time, and so we're doing quick. And then it's been a mess with Twitch today, so been crazy. Get through it. All good. Let's go straight into our picks already. It's gonna be a quick stream. The first game of the week is Mad versus Alpha Esports. I did a thing. I thought it was funny. All my picks this week, all 2-1s, by the way, because I don't know.
Yeah, you really don't.
I picked Mad to win this game though, just because I still have faith that they're going to be a top 2 team by the end of the split. I think that Mission is just popping off every week. I think he's been player of the week all 3 weeks, and he's been carrying them through the mid lane. So I'm really assuming that they can beat Alpha Esports, who I think is one of the weaker teams. But at the same time, Alpha Esports up to J Team, so who knows?
Yeah, I also have Mad winning this game as well.
All right. What do we got? Next game is
J Team
versus Hong Kong Attitude. Tough one. I thought going into last week, J Team was the best team in the LMS coming through, but they're not because that would be at the moment I would say Flash Wolves. Also, Hong Kong Attitude looked amazing last week, and I still have J Team winning because I want to have faith that the mental refresh of 18 days is good enough and that they will also be on track. But I think it's a 2-1 toss up. Every game you can do a coin flip and it's the same as any analysis you're gonna get, I feel like.
Yeah. This one's an interesting one because J Team is 5-2 and Hong Kong Attitude's 5-3. So it's like they're not far away from each other.
Not at all.
Yeah. God, I really want to go at J Team, but it's weird that they lost to Alpha.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to go with Hong Kong.
There you go. That's everything. I swear, it's literally a coin flip in the LMS. That's all the LMS is a 50-50 coin flip right now as of 2 weeks in. Until we get some more clarity, this is like they've all beaten each other up. Like J Team beats like Mad, but then they lose to Alpha, and like Hong Kong beats Alpha, but then they lose to Flash Wolves and stuff like that. It's so you can't use any of that oh, they beat this team, so that means they're better because that team lost to the team the other team beat, and it's like a
Yeah,
weird like octagon,
it's very
like
strange.
like the triangle, like rock paper scissors. It's like an
Yeah,
octagon for LMS. But you have Hong Kong, okay. We have a little different. You're ahead of me, so I'm okay with that.
yeah, that's true.
You're ahead by 1 point.
Yeah, that
Next
might be the
game
one.
is Mad again. This is a really weird thing as well. Mad and J Team play back-to-back game days, but Mad is facing G-Rex, and I have Mad taken from G-Rex. I think G-Rex, even though I love PK on G-Rex for the top lane, I don't think the rest of his team is very strong, and I don't think he can 1v9 against Mission. I think Mission is just as equally as good as PK, and he has better supporting cast around him.
Um,
2-1 though, because who knows?
did you say Mission?
Mission. M1SSION.
Why do I not see that on?
For Mad?
Yeah, why am I not seeing that?
Am I completely wrong and he's not on?
I don't see him. I see
Oh,
Benny, Uniboy, Breeze, K, and Lang.
you are correct. Uniboy is the mid laner. I feel like an idiot. Whoopsies.
Oh, Mission is for Hong Kong.
Mission is Hong Kong's mid laner. You are
I
completely
was,
correct. And
I was looking. I was like, wait a minute.
yep, Uniboy, who I still like on Mad. I feel dumb.
And that's what we're here for. That's why there's two of us here.
Yeah, exactly. Yep, Uniboy on Mad is who I like. But he had a really good showing at Worlds last year too. I thought
Yeah.
for
Even
an
though,
LMS team, and I can't
yeah,
remember him
even,
apparently.
even though you got the player wrong, I don't think you got the prediction.
There.
I
Thank
don't
you.
think this is going to be a very tough game for Mad, but who knows? It probably is going to be 2-1.
2-1 G-Rex.
Yeah.
It's probably gonna be 2-0 G-Rex for all we know. PK
Yeah,
will
I
pop
mean,
off and go crazy.
yep, Mad won game one. So they'll probably lose game two. But
Yep.
for right now, I think Mad's going to.
Oh my god, I can't believe I had that wrong the whole time. I wrote it in my notes and everything as a mad mission. I mean, whoopsies. Shows how much I know apparently. J Team versus Dragon Gate. I think J Team wins this game, 2-1 because Dragon Gate has shown that they can take a game off Flash Wolves, and they did. And I thought that they looked good against who'd they play against last week? G-Rex? Yeah, G-Rex. I thought they looked pretty good against G-Rex, but who knows? Oh man, I feel like we have the worst analysis for this. Just wait till next week. Wait till next week when things clear up, hopefully a little bit, or not, and I'll just start doing a coin flip live. What do you got?
Yeah. Also, I don't want to say anything, but I think you got that wrong too. I don't think Dragon Gate took a game off of Flash Wolves. I think it was a 2-0.
Yep.
Look, this was 3 weeks ago, people.
I'm stressed. It's 3 weeks ago, and I would have been fine, but Twitch is acting up as well.
And also, not to make that.
No. Nope.
Don't. Not to say I'm making him look bad. I'm literally looking at this. That's why I know.
Yeah,
that
I have to be looking at I usually have my notes up, but I have to be looking at the stream right now because I need to know when it goes offline.
Yeah, like trust me, I wouldn't have even said they took a game off Flash Wolves because I didn't even know. I'm just.
Oh man,
But,
it's such a botched podcast, but 3 weeks plus
hey.
Twitch is.
This is LMS. We're new to this. We're new to this region as well.
Oh yeah. If it was NA, I could still even without notes, I'd have it memorized. I basically had a quick glance at my notes before, like 30 minutes before this. I'm like, I got this. Apparently, I don't. Though my notes did lie to me about Mad Mission being on Mad.
But yeah, I have J Team.
All right, J Team
winning this game.
Yeah, I think Dragon Gate, they are young, but I really think they are a better team than 1 and 2. But I think they're better than HQ. But then again, who knows at this point? I've said that like a million times this podcast, but who really knows? And no one can predict the LMS correctly right now. I thought we were geniuses. We were 6-0 after week 1. Like LMS is easy. I've never had a perfect week before, and then they showed that. Oh no.
Yeah.
This ain't easy anymore. Speaking of Dragon Gate, though, they play right again. That's crazy too. Like they have J
Yeah.
Team on Friday and then HKA on Saturday, and I think HKA is gonna win this because even though I didn't pick them to beat Mad Team, I think they're good. Oh no, J Team. I think they're a very good team, and I think they're one of the best. I think the top four, in my personal opinion, are Flash Wolves, Hong Kong, J Team, and Matt. Like we have it on the power rankings. We have it in the exact same
Yeah.
order as well. I think they are a step ahead about these other ones, and these other ones will fall down later. But I can't tell you that for certain because
Yep.
they lose to these teams as well, apparently.
Yeah. And unlike the Mad game from day two, I think this is going to be the game where Mission pops off because
God.
he's on this team.
Oh,
Uh,
that's amazing.
it's not good. Um, yeah, I agree with your pick here. I do think Hong Kong's
I
going to win.
think I think Mission has a better chance to pop off in this game than he does in game one with Mad.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm looking forward to
I'll
it
put a
though.
I'll put a few $1 million bet on that
Yep.
one.
Yeah,
he
I'm
gets
thinking
he gets
so.
traded to Mad tomorrow and I lose. Oh, all
God,
right.
that would be legit.
All right, final game. Let's wrap it up quick before our stream crashes. Flash Wolves versus AHQ. I still think AHQ is one of the worst teams in the league. And I think Flash Wolves is currently the best team. I think Betty and Hanabi are awesome players, and they were kind of shunned from the limelight with with Sword Art and Maple on the team. But I think they are still awesome. I bet they could play in any region, and I think that they're gonna win this game 2-1 though, because I wanted the beam for the series. If I was really thinking, I'd think 2-0. But this was the last one. I'm like, oh, they all got to be 2-1.
Yeah.
You have an upset?
No. Although I feel like this one probably will be,
Yeah, they all will
but
be.
the fact that AHQ has played what four, 3 games. Yeah, I
Hmm.
think they played 3 games so far.
Yep,
And they only have 2 wins, and both of those were against G.
they won two. They won 2-0 against G-Rex, right? No, they won 2
2-1,
2-1. Yep,
2-1.
2-1
Yeah.
against G-Rex.
And
They
yeah,
have
for
the
me, that's
lowest
just
win total of all the teams.
yeah. For me, that's not enough to even say they're going to take a game off of Flash Wolves, but I know better than to say that, so I'm just going to assume 2-1 Flash Wolves.
There you go. That's the way you do it. So I guess it'll be a crazy week, just like this was a crazy. The week will go as crazy as this podcast went. If you're still
Yeah.
walking, it's been crazy. Hopefully Twitch gets fixed for tomorrow with our LEC podcast. But we're just gonna wrap it up quickly before this crashes again. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you tomorrow for LEC.
Bye bye.